the BMW's wrapped up. We have just got a Yamaha R6 on the dyno downstairs. We're going to rush downstairs now, get that run, see what we can do with that. The Yamaha is a 2018 R6, middleweight, real revvy machine. Let's see what it does on the dyno. So the R6, what did we have to do to this bike? It is the last of the Euro 4 bikes, so it doesn't have the Euro 5 characteristics. If you look here, this is the plot of the stock bike at 20 degrees, 40 degrees, 60 degrees and 85 degrees or full throttle. You can see between 4 and 8,000 RPM up to full throttle, up to about 75. The bike is running fairly lean. And then it drops off onto the datum line really roughly where you want it to be anyway. At 100%, we again see a lean spot between 4 and 6,000 RPM, and then between 8 and 12, we see where it goes slightly over rich. Not the biggest problem in the world, but it is something that we do try and correct. It's always better to be running a little bit over rich than a little bit over lean. So what do we manage to do with this bike? At 100% throttle, we managed to get it running bang on the datum line, exactly where we wanted it to run. We went from 116 brake horsepower to 119 at the back wheel. This, obviously, is a middleweight sports bike and it rides like a middleweight sports bike. Revs out to almost 16,000 RPM. We haven't increased the RPM limit on this bike. There just really is no point in doing so. It's making its maximum power at 14,000 RPM. So you've got another 1,800, 1,600 RPM of rollover, so there really is no mileage in increasing the rev limiter, so we haven't done that. So it's a sizable gain at the top end. Whether you're going to notice that or not, you'd have to be a fairly keen rider to do so. But what you are going to notice is the differences that we've made. At the bottom end, the throttle is now far more responsive. We've got rid of all the lean running areas, and the bike is fueling properly. Because it's fueling properly, we've been able to tune the timing advance, and now the bike really does feel great on the road. Another thing that we've done at about 50% throttle or 40 degrees of throttle movement, just below 50%, you can see here that the stock bike starts to plateau off at about 8,500 RPM. We've just removed some of the limiters that Yamaha have put into the throttle there. The bike now carries on making a much more linear power delivery. We're really happy with what we've been able to achieve with the Yamaha R6. It is a bike that is available on our ECU Flasher, so should you not be local to us, this is a bike you can take a read from, send the file to us, and one of our map writers will write a bespoke file for your bike, taking into account any modifications that you've made to it. Please do hit the like, subscribe and bell icons. It really does help us out, and it'll keep you notified of any new Yamaha content that we bring into the channel.